Can an old abandoned castle, one that has stood through centuries of war, watched countless enemy invasions pass by, felt the weight of history on its broken walls, and now stands almost forgotten and ruined by time, still do something that a modern tower with a rotating top showing everything around simply can't do? In this episode, we arrived in Gorgan, the city of wolves, in the north of Iran. Our goal was to show you a full view of the city, but our first try didn't work out, at least for now. But our travel didn't stop. Stay with us and see Gorgan from a place where you can actually feel the history. Welcome to the Laughing Castle. Alright guys, we are finally getting close to Gorgan. The first beautiful view is the tall trees lining both sides of the road. The known history of this city goes back almost 2,000 years, but this place was once called Astarabad. Some people believe it was named after Astar, the wife of Xerxes, one of the greatest kings of the Achaemenid Empire, famous for his wars with the Greeks and the subject of many stories and movies. So, this city might be even older than we think. So this is the city's entrance tower. I read online that the top of this tower actually rotates. There's a really nice restaurant up there, and while you're eating, you get a full 360-degree view of the whole city. Right at the start of our travel, we want to get a wide view of the city for you. This area feels way too big for just an entrance square. You can tell a lot of money was spent on it. It should be full of visitors. Online it says there is even a local market under the tower. So why don't I see anyone here? Everyone just drives past it. Nobody stops. Right in the center of the tower, there is an elevator and a staircase. That's how we get up to the restaurant. Let's go up and make a grand entrance into the city. But damn, the elevator is locked and they've blocked the staircase in such a bad, ugly way, it's pretty clear that they don't want anyone going up there. So how are we supposed to get up there? Do they expect us to fly or something? I went to check the management office and the market area. And yeah, it feels like a host town. Inside the management office, there was only one security guard. He said the place is closed for now. Well, for now could easily mean a few years here. I asked some locals around here, and yeah, they all said it's been like this for years. There is no restaurant at all. Alright, so now we are heading to our second destination, and it's really close. It's an ancient hill. There used to be a very old castle on top of it. Today it's a protected area. Parts of the castle are still buried underground, waiting for excavation after all these years. But yeah, it looks like all the budget went into building a big, useless tower at the city entrance instead. Anyway, before we go, let's take a moment for ourselves. Caffeine time. A morning espresso really brings you back to life. Right across from a busy cafe, there is this beautiful park. And what's interesting is this is the lower part of the city, a poorer neighborhood. But just look at how beautiful it is. I really wish we didn't have to mute the cafe sound. The music they're playing is actually really nice. Honestly, you walk into this cafe and you don't even need a caffeine anymore. But unfortunately, because of copyright rules, we had to remove the sound from this spot. Anyway, you might find this interesting. I ordered an espresso with pomegranate juice. Yeah, I know, it sounds a bit strange, but like I told you in previous parts, we pretty much add pomegranate to everything. And honestly, the mix of these two is really cool. It wakes you right up. A bitter drink and a sour drink together. Give it a try at least once. This is the hill where an ancient castle once stood. Even today, its remains are still sleeping under this soil. The castle was built almost 2,000 years ago and stood here defending this land against countless invaders. Its name was Laughing Castle. Now we are going up there even though almost nothing is left of it. Maybe it can still do something. Something that a modern tower with all its money and technology can't do for now. Let's see if we can get a full 360-degree view of the city or not. As I'm walking up these steps, I'm trying to imagine the castle that once stood here, based on what's written in different historical records. A castle with 12 towers, part of a massive defensive system protecting this land from invaders coming from the north. A defense system that even included a huge wall, about 200 kilometers long, similar to the Great Wall of China. That wall still exists today. It's known as the Rattlesnake, named after its red bricks. Standing up here on the Laughing Castle, I feel like you can almost hear the laughter of the soldiers who guarded this city for centuries. If you close your eyes, you can imagine how many armies may have attacked this place over history. The Seleucid Greeks, And during the Parthian era, maybe even the Romans reached this far, but they didn't succeed. The Arab Muslim armies definitely came here, a few years after they brought down the last Persian empire, the Sassanid Empire. And later on, the Mongols led by Genghis Khan, and many others, who knows? So as we were walking up these steps, traveling through history in our minds, imagining everything that happened here over the centuries, we finally reached the highest point of this ancient hill. They've built this wooden walkway up here and you can walk on it and get a full view of the city. This is the same spot where long ago soldiers stood and laughed at the invaders below. And here's the interesting part. The castle that doesn't even exist anymore can still do its job better than a modern tower built with huge budget and technology. It almost feels like in Third World old things somehow work better than new ones. Sadly, that mindset runs deep in our culture. So yeah, an ancient hill just beat a modern tower. That mountain you see over there is called 1,000 Tons. In the next episode, we'll find out if the people who named it were exaggerating or if it really has 1,000 tons. Make sure to join us in the next part.